Start tonight with a rare occurrence where three major holy days of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are all being observed on the same day. Here at home, several celebrations taking place, and many of the faithful say they are keeping one message in mind.
17's Christian Galeno joins us in studio tonight with more. Christian?
Yeah, Jim and Moses, well, it is indeed a rare occurrence when multiple religious holidays are taking place at the same time. And these holidays teach about resilience, liberty, and keeping faith, messages that many who attended today's services say the world needs to hear now more than ever. Christian, Muslim, or Jewish, all are gathering at the same time at their respected houses of worship to reflect on the suffering of the past and the optimism of the future.
Had it not been for our faith, we wouldn't have gone through what we've gone through.
Faith station, who speaks to the women.
At St. Elizabeth Ann Sutton Catholic Church, the faithful went through all 14 stations of the Passion of the Christ on this Good Friday. For those in attendance, the many that are still suffering were on their minds.
3 days to enter into suffering with Jesus, so that also we're accompanying everyone else who is going through their different suffering events of daily life.
I'm praying more now than I was then.
We think of the women and what they're going through for their children,
their husbands, their sons.
Those are tough women.
In Lamont, the trek of Jesus carrying his cross was brought to life in a dramatic revival. Over in the Northeast, Canyon Hills Church held a lunch hour service for those wanting to commemorate the Holy Day.
It brings us hope, right? And so, yes, we come in with that burden, that heaviness of like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like, stuff with our kids and whatever. But we have hope in Jesus Christ.
Said the Father to his children.
And in the Southwest, the cedar plates and the foods that symbolize the exodus of the Israelites from bondage in Egypt are being set with an extra message.
A very, very significant time that we live in. It's a special time. It's a time to think of those that are oppressed and a time to think of freedom.
As a whole, we just constantly uplift each other. Because if we don't do that,
nobody else will.
Thank you.
There's redemption, there is hope in all of our suffering.
And a quick correction, it is St. Elizabeth Seton Church, so I do apologize about that. But Ramadan is the holy month that Muslims observe, which is currently underway. And now many of these celebrations culminate on Sunday. And you can find a list of celebrations and events going on locally on our website, kget.com. For now, reporting in studio, Christian Galeno, 17 News.